Next up, we have my favorite grape variety in the world, Riesling. We need to forget about those lesser styles from Germany's history and focus on the modern, dry styles, not just from Germany, but from around the world in Alsace, Austria, Australia, New Zealand, and America. Whilst Riesling does make some incredible sweet wines, the majority around the world is dry, with mouth-watering acidity and a large range of complex fruit aromas. For the German Rieslings, look for the word trocken, which means dry. And even with those sweeter wines, acidity is the key. The naturally high levels of acidity in Riesling help keep the wine beautifully balanced and fresh across the palate, regardless of the residual sugar. Riesling is perfectly designed for the cool climate. It buds late, so it misses out on the spring frost, but it ripens long into autumn whilst retaining acidity. But the environment takes a key role as well, with many of the top sites planted on steep slopes to maximize the exposure to the sun. They're also planted close to rivers, where the sunlight bounces off and heats up the vine. And the soil type which Riesling prefers, which is slate, is not only well draining, but it helps store all of that heat and warmth during the day and slowly release it into night, enhancing that ripening. All of this combined helps to explain why Riesling is so expressive of the terroir and the vineyard. As Riesling doesn't like to be aged in oak or undergo any other winemaking techniques, all of the attention and detail is in the vineyard and the quality of the grapes. Riesling is a very aromatic varietal, beautifully perfumed with floral characteristics of blossom and honeysuckle, and then dependent on the ripeness of the grape variety, a range of different fruit flavors, from citrus of lemons and limes, to green apple and pear, to peach and apricot, and then finally with those sweeter styles, tropical aromas of pineapple. You can also expect hints of whetstone and flint, and then as the wine ages and develops, hints of honey and smoke. One aroma of aged Riesling is petrol. This kerosene smokiness develops within the wine after many years in the top examples from Germany and Alsace. But the aroma does develop much quicker if planted in a warmer climate like the Clare Valley of Australia. This is not a fault, this is a desired characteristic within the wine. Trust me. For me, the best Riesling still comes from Germany. If you want elegance and freshness, then look towards the Mosel or the Nahe. For richness and body, move over to the Rheingau. And for those fruit-driven styles, have a look towards the Rheinhessen or Pfalz. All made in a range of styles from dry through to sweet, but make sure to look for that word trocken if you want those drier wines. Other areas to explore for Riesling are Alsace in France and Wachau in Austria for those light, lean styles of Riesling. Head over to Clare Valley and Eden Valley in Australia for those real hits of lime and smoke. And then for those fuller and riper wines, head to Marlborough or Central Otago in New Zealand or Washington State in America. Hope you're going to start enjoying Riesling as much as I do. Throw out your hock and grab a bottle of quality Riesling today. Enjoy.